I wanted to start, Meghan, by just asking you to give us your elevator pitch of the play. And by that I mean, you get in an elevator and someone magically turns to you and says, Meghan, what is The Tasters about? And you have 20 floors to tell them.
Oh, 20 floors.
Yeah.
The Tasters is about 3 women who act as food tasters in a sort of dystopian fascist government. So they eat these really beautifully prepared meals, and then they wait 10 seconds to see if they die from being poisoned. So it's sort of about, at what point is it foolish to push against the society that you live in, even if it is toxic? If you like food and tension, you will find The Tasters to be delicious.
I was going to do a cultural reference. If you like The Hunger Games, you will like The Tasters. I really relate to Bianca, who's the main taster, or who's the taster that's been there for the longest time, who's really struggling with the question of why do I have to be the one to change things?
I'm always really joyful when people relate to Bianca, because I feel like for a lot of the history of the play, people really tended to relate more to the other characters that are more on an extreme political level. Whereas I think that Bianca is more representative of the average person. One of the reasons I started writing this play, it was kind of the end of 2016, and I had sort of a little seed of the idea for a while. But at that time in American culture, looking at, wow, like you really do have to examine like ways in which your own complacency makes you complicit in what's going on in the world around you.
One of the things that I first heard about you when I knew that we were going to be working together is that you write plays about dangerous women. And I find that phrase really beautiful and loaded and just full. And I want to know how did that reputation get out there? Why is everyone saying you write plays about dangerous women?
All of my plays have female protagonists, and I'm very interested in violence. I'm very interested in women's relationship to violence. And a lot of times I look at my own socialization as being, identifying as female, like moving through the world, being socialized in ways that were to be nice. And I think when I started writing, I found it very freeing to have these characters that we're not interested in being palatable. We're not interested in being safe. We're not afraid to speak their minds. Bianca, who's the lead of this play, is in a very specific situation where she feels powerless, but holds a lot of power just because of who she is, her role as one of these food tasters. And I'd say that I want people to feel like, okay, maybe I did think that I was powerless, but maybe I'm not as powerless as I thought.